What's up, everybody? Tweeting Nick Mention today. We got another Marvel Crisis Protocol video, and this time we're gonna be talking about the Immortal Hulk and not the Immortal Hulk Hogan. God, it's so funny. Anyways, if you guys can, do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and help me get to 1,000 subscribers, man. I'm always gonna have Marvel Crisis Protocol content. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. With of course some other reveals that have been made with a Squirrel Girl. Apparently, she's been talked about a little bit by AMG and the Strike Better podcast. And she was talked about, I think, in the stream again yesterday on AMG's stream. So that's really exciting. And I'm thinking maybe next week there's a reveal for her sculpt. That'd be really cool. We'll see where that goes. I'm not the biggest... I don't know anything about Squirrel Girl. I'm just going to be honest with you. I know nothing. Never read her comic book. Don't know anything. But I'm interested to see her sculpt and what she does in the game. And honestly, like, the Immortal Hulk. Once I saw this... I've never read the Immortal Hulk's comic book run. And it has something to do with... if it's bad or anything like that. Like, I never read it because I was never too interested in reading a comic book run with the Hulk. Like, when it comes to me with the Hulk, I like reading comics that he's in where he's doing cool stuff, right? I don't like reading long stories with, big green monster doing whatever. I gotta say, the Immortal Hulk does a really good job with that character. It makes him interesting. It makes him compelling. And if you haven't read the Immortal Hulk run, go do it right now. I'm serious. I'm on issue 11 right now. If you guys can see right up top here, I'm literally issue 11 and learning about this character. And he is sick. That's all I'm going to say. He's absolutely amazing. So let's go over the character card and we'll talk about it a bit, right? So 4, 3, 5 for the defenses. Really good defenses, I think. Average to above average in everything. So that's really good. I have nothing to say there. 15 health. So he's minus 5 health from 6 threat Hulk. 7 threat, size 4, move small. Really good stats. He's just minus 5 health from the original one, but we'll find out why here in a second as to why he is. Let's go over the builder. So it's a range 2 builder, 7 physical defense dice. It's just called Smash. No power cost. After this attack is resolved, this character gains power equal to damage dealt. On a wild, after this attack is resolved, if the character is size 4 or less, this character may throw the target character small. So the difference between this and the 6-threat Hulk is, in the 6-threat Hulk has a push, Immortal Hulk has a throw. Like, that is absolutely insane. And we do have to keep in mind this is after the attack is resolved. So if you daze the character, you cannot throw him, right? If it was before damage is dealt, this is absolutely busted. But it's not, so it's after the attack is resolved. I like that here. I think that's a decent change here. He's got, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to big guys like this, like, hey, you don't want to give them everything, right? So it is what it is. I like it here. So just keep that in mind. Once you daze the character, you cannot throw them, okay? So really good stuff, though. The throw is absolutely amazing, and the throw is small. So basically, I think what they just basically did here was on Hulk Spender, he has the throw as well on a wild, and then gives you a stagger. I just think they just threw that here and said he should be throwing all the time. And that's really cool. Gamma Burst. Let's get to the Spender. Okay, so he's just got 2 attacks, and I like that, honestly. For a whole character, I don't need many attacks. Just give me 2 and give me a whole bunch of superpowers, and I'm fine. So this is really cool here. So Gamma Burst, and by the way, I just read one of the Hulk comics where they're talking about him draining gamma energy or releasing gamma energy. Is just absolutely sick. So this is absolutely phenomenal Spender name here. Range 3, which is crazy. Like, range 3 is nuts, right? For this character who's got a big base, and if he has any movement shenanigans, which he does, we'll get to that in a second. This is a far range. He's gonna get a lot of characters with this, okay? 10 physical defense dice, a lot of dice, 5 power cost. Okay, now it's a bit expensive, but let's see what this does. Before damage is now this is where we're gonna, you know what I mean? Before damage is dealt, this character may throw the target character small. 2 things. Before damage is dealt, the throw is guaranteed to happen. Okay? No matter what, the throw is guaranteed and there's no trigger. No size restriction. Once again, no size restriction at all. And it's a small throw. Okay? That's really good. And on top of that, the target character does not gain power for damage dealt by this attack. So not only am I starving you of power, and this is very thematic of the Hulk, by the way, if you read his comic book. This is really thematic. You don't gain power for the damage you dealt, which is crippling. Okay? So if you end up doing 7 or 8 damage to a character, that's sick. You're throwing them, you're displacing them, right? There's no size restriction. They have to either brace the throw attack, or they're just gonna take all that damage, right? So they're not gonna gain power for the damage dealt that way, okay? And they're getting displaced. Like, this attack has a lot of cool stuff, right? Like, this attack is pretty disgusting. If you think about it, it's really nasty. And I like it. I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's very thematic. For a 7th threat character, a 5 power cost, go ahead and do this. But we're going to see later on in this card that maybe you don't want to spend your power all at once with this attack, okay? So, anyway, let's get to the next thing. So that's a really, really good spender. And I got to say, like, spenders have been getting better and better and better with the releases that have been coming out lately. And I love to see that. I want to see, like... I want to see spenders, and I want to do spenders and actually be excited about them, like doing something on the table. So, props to AMG for that. So, this is a pretty good spender. Gamma Leap. So, basically, spends 3 power, and he positions himself within 2. So, he didn't lose Gamma Leap. So, him and Hulk have the same thing there. Leave Hulk alone. That's so funny. 3 power cost. Choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both size 4 or less, and within 2, and throw it medium. The super can only use once per turn. So, this is, I think, a more balanced version of 6th threat Hulk's throw. 6th threat Hulk has a 2 power cost throw that's you can guarantee that you can do it turn 1, basically. And it's a really powerful thing to do. Throwing is really strong in this game. It always has been, it always will be, and it always should be. It's just really, really strong, and this is a more balanced version. This is where I think 6th threat Hulk should be as a 3 power cost throw. Not that he shouldn't have the throw, it's just be 3 power cost for 6th threat Hulk. So we could see where they kind of just like, okay, we need to balance this out with Immortal Hulk, right? Like, granted, I know he's 7th threat, maybe he should have the 2 power cost throw, but look at what else he's doing here. He's kind of nuts. Let's make it at 3. We don't want to give him everything, right? So that's how they should be treated, right? So and I like what I'm seeing here. During the power phase, he gains 2 power, so he's gonna start off the turn with 3 power. Immortality. Now this we're gonna talk about this. Immortality. During the cleanup phase, if this character has a daze token and an okay. During the cleanup phase, if this character has a daze token and an immortality token, it is KO'd. Oh, immortality token. What the hell are you talking about? Otherwise, during the cleanup phase, while this character is dazed, if this character does not have an immortality token, it removes all special conditions and all power from itself. For each power removed this way, it removes 1 damage from itself. It then removes its daze token and gains an immortality token. So this is where Immortal Hulk separates himself from 6th threat Hulk, okay? When you daze Hulk, 6th threat, he's gone, right? He's not gone off the table from at that point. He's dazed, right? But you're never going to see him again. Immortal Hulk, you're going to get another chance to play him again, and which is why he has the -5 reduction from his health. And I like this. So there's a way you're going to get another turn with Hulk, right? And this is why I think you need to be careful with the amount of power you spend. Because pay attention to this, okay? If you, let's say, for example, you spend a whole bunch of power and all of a sudden you get dazed and you don't have like 10 power, let's just say, when you daze, right? Well, let's say if you have like 3 or 4 power, right? You're only going to heal 4, right? And then you're going to go to 11 health. And then from there, if you get dazed, because now you have the immortality token, it's very easy to do 4 damage to Immortal Hulk and remove him from the table. Especially if you don't have priority, okay? And this is where you have to be careful with the amount of power you spend, right? Me, personally, I think on his healthy side, like when you're originally playing the character, I think that's when you want to use his power and go all out, right? And then from there, take your damage, do what you need to do, and get to 10 power once you daze, right? And just be careful with how much power you spend. Like, what I'm trying to say is once you start taking damage, be careful with how much power you're spending, is what I'm trying to tell you. You want to maintain as much power as possible because you want to heal as much as possible and keep this character on the table as long as possible and be a threat, right? So you just want to be careful. And I like that that's built into this character. I like that thought process is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there's like, okay, I got to be careful with what I'm doing here. I can't do everything that I want to do. I just got to be careful, right? Because I want him to be as effective on a table as possible. So it's really cool. I love this mechanic. And reading this, like, it reminds me of something. Like, I just can't think of it at this point in time. Of a person out there, wrestler. I just can't think of his name.
You guys have been the cause of this. And So I want to make sure that you hear it like the shot was heard around the world. Hell no, I'm not retiring. I've been reborn again, man. I'm a reborn Hulkamaniac. I'm the Stark Raven Hulkster that you've known for so long, man. I'm alive again, man. The Purple Mountain's majesty, the amber waves of grain, truth, justice, and the Hulk Hogan way.
Anyway. Anyway. So let's get to the green door. At the end of each turn, if this character has an immortality token, it may remove 1 damage from itself if this character has no damage. Oh my god. If this character okay, so if you have the immortality token at the end of each turn, okay, you remove 1 damage from itself. Now, keep this in mind. It says at the end of each turn. So it's not at the end of each Immortal Hulk turn. It's at the end of each turn. If I'm reading this correctly. He can remove 1 damage, right? So in 5 turns, if you do nothing to the Immortal Hulk, if I'm reading this properly, you will heal that damage back and you'll be back to normal. Okay, and like I said, when you come back to life, you want to heal as much as possible. Because the thing is, you want to make it easier for yourself. Like, let's say, for example, if you're healing, you're doing whatever you need to do, and you need 3 health left, right? You need to heal the 3 health to remove the token. Okay, cool. From there, you can use Hood to go and heal the Hulk and get rid of the last 3 damage. And then from there, once the damage is removed, right? You remove the immortality token, and now if someone dazes you again, you come back. So that's why you want to save that power and be like, okay, listen, I need to heal as much as possible, and I need to come back to life, right? I don't want to just lose my character that quickly. Especially a 7th threat character. He's a lot. So yeah, once you remove all the damage, you remove the immortality token, and it's actually really, 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 really cool. Yeah, guys, that's it for me. Honestly, I mean, he's immune to Hex, Poison, and Stun, which is really awesome. So he can pop off with Dice. He's immune to Stun, so on Mayor Fisk, he's pretty cool. And, it doesn't, there's no way to really stop his power generation outside of Judgment, really. So that's really cool. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm excited about this character. The sculpt looks amazing. I like how this character is made. I think they put a lot of thought process into this character, and you can just tell they did their homework, they did the work, and I think he's a very fun character. Now, you can go into a debate, like, do you think this character is amazing at 7th threat? I don't know. Like, we got to put him on the table. I think he's very fun to play. From what I'm reading, I think he could be a real menace if you really put your mind to it and think about how to play this character. I don't think this character is straightforward. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is too, like, let's be honest, 6th threat Hulk is better, right? He's a threat cheaper, and he does other things and he has more health and all that crazy stuff, right? Like, of course he's better. That's not the debate. The question here is this character good enough to put on the table and have a good time and maybe win or whatever? Yeah, I think this character does a lot of stuff. I just don't think it's like as straightforward as you think it is, and I think that I don't think he's a character that is easy to pilot, right? Like, I don't think he's easy to pilot. I think you have to manage his power effectively, and I think you have to be careful with how you get dazed and all that stuff. I think there's a mindset that goes into this character that you have to have and take your time and figure him out. And that's what I want for my characters. I want my characters to not be straightforward and just whatever. No. All my characters to have a little bit of thought process, like, to do some creative and really cool stuff. Like, my mind went to a million places once I saw the immortality thing. Like, the immortality thing really started making my mind move around a little bit, and it was like, okay, how can I use this effectively and get more, get him to remove the immortality token and just keep coming back and just continue to be a menace. That's all I kept thinking about, and I'm like, okay, maybe we could do it like this. Maybe we don't spend as much power, right? Because if I know if I'm going to get dazed, if they're going to come after me, I need to make sure I heal as much as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I want from my characters, and he hits them all. So I love this character. I'm just gonna say that right now. Anyways, guys, if you guys can, like I said, do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, do all the things y'all need to do. And of course, I'm always gonna have Marvel Crisis Protocol content. And tell me what your thoughts are down below about Immortal Hulk, and what teams are you gonna be playing him in, and just give me your thoughts, man. Tell me what you really think about this character. And like I said, always gonna have MCP content, guys. Thank you guys very much. I know this is a day late, but like I said, my schedule's changed a little bit, so I gotta do what I gotta do. And better late than never, right? Anyways, guys, take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day.